Hi, so for my presentation, I chose to do environmental. It's something that I really care about. I'm from New Jersey and I grew up really close to the beach, and it's just like a really comfort spot for me, and it's where I used to go when I was a kid, and I very much enjoy it. Um, but recently, and in past years coming, the beaches have been horribly contaminated with garbage, bags, bottles, straws, glass bottles, to the point where a lot of beaches closer to New York are no longer capable of even holding people, because it's just so dangerous to walk on the beaches there. So they come down and use ours, which is adding to the amount of people, which is adding to the amount of pollution that are now covering our shores. I've seen a lot of creatures affected by plastic mainly. Um, I've seen a lot of videos. I've done a lot of beach cleanups, even like taken a few classes for it. And it's something that just resonates like deep with me, and I want to help the situation because I've seen how negatively it can affect something. So, what I have started doing like a couple years ago, but I do it a lot and I still do, is reusable straws. So I started with the metal ones, and they used to have this like rubber tip around the top of it, but like air used to get between them and it used to just not work right. So I tried using the metal ones for a while, and recently I got these silicone ones, which I prefer because I like to bite on my straws. And these ones like just bend with you. They're more like floppy. These ones you can't really like do much with. Although the metal ones are easier to clean. So one positive about this is that I know that it is saving lives and it's saving a lot of pollution. Even if it's not a significant amount, it is still enough to make a difference in our oceans and in our environment. Um, and they're just so pretty and colorful. And like, how do you not have more fun using a silicone silly straw than a plastic one? Um, but something really hard about this is always making sure that you have one on you. And if you're out for the day and you have more than one drink, like let's say I'm going shopping and I get an iced tea and then later I want a milkshake, um, if I only have one straw, that straw is definitely not going to be clean from the first time that I used it. So it's like kind of hard to maintain that. What I try to do instead is just keep a few straws on me, and sometimes I try to keep the brush like in a purse if I have a big one. If not, then I don't bother with it because I can't really like keep it on me. I do have foldable ones that actually go in a little case that are on my keychain. I've lost a few of those though because the case is not very good. But I do that, and I keep a few of them in my car for like if I ever go through a drive-through and I have like a friend with me, and it's just easier just to give them one, and then like I know I'm saving two straws from ending up in the ocean. Um, Another thing that's difficult is when you go through a drive-through or really anything where you get a drink, they always automatically give you a straw to go with it. And it's kind of like really, they're just so much, they're so used to the pattern of just handing it to you that like it's like no, like I don't want the straw, but they usually still like kind of insist or whatever, or like don't really hear you. So sometimes you end up getting the plastic straw with your drink when that was kind of the whole, like, that's what you were trying to avoid. So in some cases, like it just kind of doesn't work, even though like it should. Usually I have to like hand it back to them and be like no, which is kind of like awkward. Um, but I like doing it. I think it's fun, and like look, they're so pretty, and like I have an obsession with buying them too, which is not good, but I enjoy them. I give them to people as gifts, so I know that like I give them away to like my family members and my friends, so that way like they're like more intrigued to use them instead of using the plastic ones that they're given. Um, and yeah, I mean, I just think it's something so little that can affect so much so greatly. I mean, if you look up like any video of a plastic straw, most of the time they get stuck in turtles' throats and then they can't breathe. and stuff like that. And it actually really is sad to see my soda cans, like whenever you buy like Gatorades and they're in like the plastic things, always cut the circles out because animals get their necks stuck in them and then they can't breathe. So I always, like, even at work, I always make it a point to restock the vending machines, and nobody else does it but me because I make sure that I cut like every single hole and that like I just fix it. Like I wouldn't be able to sleep if I knew that I put that in the ocean. So that's what I do to help the environment, which is something simple, but also I'm trying to make it a growing thing amongst my friends and like my group. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's really it.